All right, now that we have the basics of painting on objects, let's take a look at some other objects that are works in progress. I want to paint on this object. I'm going to paint on the individual parts. Let me take a look at the UVs. UV editor. This one, I guess, seems okay. We'll try it out. This one would be okay. So with this one, whoa, don't know what's happening there. Let me try going under UV and use normal based. Maybe that would be good. Or going under UV and cylinder. Maybe a cylinder will work out a little better. Now UVs have to fit within here, within one grid. I'm going to scale this UV smaller. W key to move it over. And then I'm going to take these little ends, right click, go to the vertex, see if there's any vertices there, and move those over as well. The goal is to get into one grid here. Clicking on this object, going to rendering, texturing, go to break off this window, and I'm going to pick the 3D paint tool. First thing I'm going to do, let me open up this tool setting panel, is to assign edit for color. So I have to assign edit textures for color. It's going to be 1024 by 1024 PNG file. Click assign edit textures. I'm going to flood this object. Here's the flood section. I'm clicking on flood paint. Not what I expected to be painting. Let me go to this object. And all these objects have pre-assigned shaders, and make sure you assign shader before you start painting. Getting back to this menu, clicking this box to focus in on the tool settings. I have to assign a texture to this one, colors, assign edit textures, PNG, assign. I'm going to flood this one, and it's going to be the same blue. Let me flood the paint. And to get this mirroring turned on, undo. Scroll down to stroke and turn on reflection. I have reflection across the Z. X doesn't work for the orientation of this object, neither does Y, but Z worked. What color am I painting with? I'm painting with this darker brown color, thinking road mud. Let me click a dot out, like here. I'm going to make my brush a lot smaller, B key. And the rest is just painting on your object, making sure it looks okay. Higher up under brushes, clicking on this browser, pick up different brush patterns. Let's say, I think I like frost. Open. You can see that's going to add a texturized frost as you paint out. Now another layer we could play with is the bump map. Scrolling on down, I'm going to switch from the color attribute to bump map. I have to assign a new file to this, so assign edit, 1024 by 1024 PNG, assign. Now everything I'm going to paint is an indentation. You kind of see it in the viewport. This is a way you can add some roughness to your objects.